Hey man, what's going on? We back. We back. We got another one for you. We're about to talk about those good old markets again, man, today. Before I get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos because ultimately it helps the channel grow. And it's been a tough day. Tough day sliding in the markets. Well, not really tough day. It's just that I think we've kind of got used to all of the movement, and now the movement is starting to slow down on us a little bit. Not necessarily a bad thing. There's still money to be made in the markets, but we may have to start tapering our expectations a little bit more, and kind of getting back to business as usual. I know one thing that I have been doing, as of recently, is I have been lowering my size. Um, we getting to the point where I think I can go back to my original size and start working. I won't do it intra week, but if we stay looking the way that we're looking currently, start next week, I'll probably start adding a little bit more size to see where we are. All right, man, let's get into it. So let's start with S&P 500. And so let's make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see past my little lines. Um, so as y'all see, before the open, um, we had a low where it looked like, we're gonna definitely be going here to test the lows of yesterday, um, but we decided not to. We broke down, but then which made it look like on the open, okay, we might have the continuation, but it soon just shot back up, which I have a level right here, and I kind of watched it a little bit to see exactly what it was going to do. So as you see, we jumped up here, and then we started coming back, which I had a level here and a level here. And y'all know how I feel about when I have two levels kind of close. Um, I decided to go here. So of course, this also gives me a little bit of wiggle room to make sure this level right here. So it did come down a little bit, about 5 points. It was playing around, and then it finally started to push up. So I took that trade, and took it up. And from there, I just really kind of sat and watched for a while. I mean, because we really was just chopping in that area after that initial pull. I mean, push up. So we was looking, here, which if y'all was on the live yesterday, watched the video, we talked about this break of this area, and then if we broke this area, we'd definitely be looking to go test 5600. Um, but once again, this happened this afternoon. It broke up finally, and now we've just been kind of playing in this area. We didn't make much of a strong charge to really test this level, and so yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens here, on the close. But this is where we are currently, playing around in this 55, 89, 50 area, currently. Um, I would like to see it either test this area 5600 and then reject, and reject hard. I'm looking for it to reject and then at least come down to this area and then reject and possibly push down even more before possibly making the rotations back up. We shall see. Not really sure, what's going to happen. But all the levels I really added, from this is the low that we made, today, and depending on where the high is, hopefully we test, make a stronger test to the 5600, so I can look at levels. But we're in these days where we're not really making more levels. We're just kind of starting to, take out uh, some of the old levels. So that's what I look for. NQ, NQ, some of the same stuff here, even with NQ. So we come down, made that low. Look like once again, even with NQ, same thing. They're like, oh, we finna go and test yesterday's low. Decided not to, and then once again we pushed up. NQ, hey, was kind of the same thing. Um, I took this, so we broke here when we came back. I took this trade here. I took that up. for a nice little trade up to this area, and there I was done again. And then NQ kind of did the same exact thing. It's just kind of been chopping around here, and then it finally broke up, and it's just kind of been playing around. So it'd be nice to see where it ends, um, and see if we actually do test that area um, before it's done with everything. And that's all. I mean, honestly, that's the only level that I really added was the low. It's making it real simple. I'll just be waiting for the close. Oh, and once again, I'm on the 30 minute. So just so you understand where I'm at. I'm on the 30 minute looking at these. All right, let's go to good old good old oil, um, that I don't really trade so often, but I do want to point out, because we talked about this yesterday, um, of hoping, if there was a possibility of us coming down to test the 60-44 area, which it absolutely did, and then made a nice strong push uh, back up to before it came back down. What's this? 6109. 6109. So that was a strong move to the upside from that level. Uh, Push back up would have been a sweet, sweet winner. I was not looking. I'll be honest with you guys. I was too busy looking at NQ and ES at that time that I was not even paying attention to it. So I totally missed that trade. Would have been sweet. We talked about this one yesterday. But as you guys see now, we're totally pushing down. You feel me? Like, look, we have broke that level, and it looks like we're just slow grinding down. Like, that's what today has been for oil. Just kind of a slow grind down with some bounces. That's it. So I'll be looking to see where we close here at a level. Um, I'm going to move this here and get rid of this here. So yeah, that's all I got there. Blah, 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 blah. Now we're going on over to gold. Um, I didn't do anything on gold either. Um, Gold came down, looked like it was definitely going down here to test, which is where either here, if it would have came here, I would have been more, you know, ready to get in to catch, test that 3,300 mark, but it didn't. So I just wasn't a fan of it. And I mean, it gold literally chopped around as well too, man. So um, today was, one of those tough days. When it's chopping around like this for me personally, I just play the extremes here. So like, this would have been a retest of this area, would have been a good trade to take. Um, and then even a retest of this area once it broke above. But as you see, it just really played in this area all day today, which can be tough. Um, Tough to watch. So the markets is definitely slowing down, or people are on edge waiting. It's really just consolidating, waiting on a big move to the upside, or big move to the downside. You know, People are saying a recession is coming, whatever that may mean. Nowadays recession means something totally different than what it used to mean. So um, you just have to stay true to your plan and worry about that. Um, so what would I be looking for tomorrow? Definitely, I'll be looking for it to break back up to test this area, and then hopefully, if it breaks back above here, then I'll be looking to the long side. If we break up below here, I'll be looking to the short side. Ultimately, if we break here, I think that we will go down and test in this area right here, and that's really what I'll be looking for. Um, if we can kind of do that. If not, and we break up, that's sweet too. Gold has been a moneymaker as of lately because it's been driving up, which has been real nice. You know, get long is what I call gold, but now it's starting to consolidate as well too. But I think as long as the currencies are having issues right now and the economy is kind of on edge, gold should continue to drive up. Hey, we'll see. You know what I mean? I let the market do what it do. I don't try to predict it. I let it show me. So yeah. Oh, and then what I wanted to talk about, a little bit, uh, since we're definitely great on time, is trailing stops. Um, can can trailing stops earn you even more money in your trades? Um, Absolutely. I typically on my last trade of the day, I definitely trail pretty much every time. Once I figure I'm pretty much done, I'm always trailing my trades. And there's so many different ways of trailing your trades. And so, for those that don't know what I mean about a trail, let me try to make it extremely, extremely simple for you. When you trail your stops, it's basically you have targets, right? So, say I enter a trade right here, right? 33.19.03. It comes down and it hits. And so maybe I have a target here at 33.24.9, and then maybe I have a target here at 33.32.4. Okay. All right. Now, typically I don't do this until the first target is hit. So, boom, you enter the trade, and then now the first target is hit. I automatically go to break even, right? And just for not all the time, but just for this trade and talking about trailing stops, I automatically go to break even. So it's up in here, right? And we can use the candlesticks. So it's up in here. Now I'm at break even. Well, this candle right here, it breaks up. So now what I may do is I'll trail the previous candle. And so now my stop is here, right? Okay. Well, it breaks up on the next candle and it's continuously going up. Okay. Well, now I could trail right in here. Okay. And then it goes up again. Now my stop is here. So now I would be just getting, I would have just gotten stopped out of that trade. And so my my goal was here, but um I kind of lost a little bit if I took this play out, right? But typically this goal would have been it, and I walked away, so it hit my goal. I'm done. But sometimes what I may do, and depending on a day where the market is a mover, which today wasn't that day, is I'll take away my goal and I would just continue to trail up by candles. So boom, it breaks up here, and then if it say this, like this candle was here and it keeps going up, and now my stop be here, and then if it keeps breaking up, my stop will basically continue to follow the next candle. That's one way you can do it, just to make it super super easy, because typically, as the candles break up, usually, especially when a trend day and it's the market's moving and it's going up, you see how much it continues to go up. Boom. So you just trail it. You can trail it by each candle, and it'll just keep moving up with it. So you don't have to worry about, okay, I'm at break even and losing, excuse me, losing everything that, as it's moved up, because this is 33.19. It's all the way, now at 33.30. So, you're still going to get some back. But if it continues to move up, say like maybe in this area, how it, continues to move up, you could have probably made a little bit more. What's this? So if this was your target, four more points, which is solid. 4 more points is great. It's solid. But yeah, so you could start to follow your trails. It's super super easy. If you have questions on that, you can definitely hit us up, leave a comment, and we could kind of talk to you a little bit more in depth. I know this, trailing stops is a little bit more, I guess, advanced. It's not, but I guess it is. If you're not currently, consistently trading, then a trail don't mean much to you. But great question. I'm glad we answered it for you. Uh, I'm doing great on time. All right, man. That's gonna be it today. Um, like I said, if you have any questions, make sure to hit us up, leave us a comment. If there's anything that you guys want us to talk about, if you want, and especially if you want us to do a video totally about it, then we can get the PowerPoints out and put it together and kind of take you through the charts, as well, to make it more robust for you as you continue to learn and grow. Make sure you guys clocking them ticks, like, subscribe, and share. I'm out of here. Peace. And that